Macca's Guides.
Some Ethan Bradbury?
Hey guys, Macca here, extremely excited to bring you episode number 65 of Completed. In today's episode, we talk about The Division, which I recently got all the GamerScore in. So for those who might be new to episodes of Completed, this is a series where I take a few minutes to talk about a game that I recently got all the GamerScore in. I tell you guys about the achievements or trophies. I also tell you about my personal experience and how much I like the game, how long it'll take you, and how hard it is to complete. I have a lot to say about this game, and I want to hear what you guys have to say. But this game came out on March 8th, 2016, which is when I started it. I started it on launch day like everybody else, and finished it on March 16th, 2016. So I beat this game in a week, which, you know, seems like a lot of time. In that week, I've played the game about 50 to 60 hours, which is how long I estimate the average person will take to beat this game 100%. So the game has 50 achievements or trophies, and for the most part, they're not that difficult nor creative. For the most part, you'll be doing regular missions, a little bit of stuff in the Dark Zone, some stuff with your base of operations, as well as collectibles. So the last achievement that I personally unlocked in the game was called Agent Diaries, which is for collecting all 130 of the phone recordings found in Manhattan. Now, the gameplay you're watching is not from that, as it wouldn't really make for an entertaining video. What you're watching is me unlocking the No Fear achievement, which is for completing all of the missions on the hard difficulty. By the time my team decided to go through the missions on hard, we already had such good gear that we could literally walk through and speed run all of the missions on hard, and it almost became a joke. But don't let the gameplay fool you. Hard can be quite hard and frustrating for groups who are trying to push their luck and play it with lower level gear. Also, yes, the game does have almost 300 collectibles, but luckily there are ways to make the collectibles show up on your map, and then it just becomes the task of taking about 3 or 4 hours and going around the map and picking them all up. In my opinion, the hardest achievement isn't for actually doing the missions on hard or anything in the Dark Zone or the collectibles. It's actually for getting a team that can go through and beat a challenge mode level. Although there are a lot of tips and tricks that you can use to make challenge mode a lot easier, in general, challenge mode is by far the hardest part of the game. Even with extremely high-leveled individuals with really good gear, it's still quite tough. So for that reason, I'm giving the achievement/trophy difficulty a 5 out of 10. It's by no means incredibly difficult or incredibly hard, but it's not the easiest thing you'll ever do. Also, you will need a team of 4 people to realistically be able to complete the game. Although you can matchmake, you might have a harder time with randoms matchmaking for completing some of the harder missions. The last thing I always talk about in these completed episodes is the fun factor, which I'm giving it 8.5 out of 10. Now, by no means is this a review score, it's just simply a fun factor, how much fun I had going through the game. Now, I did make a lot of these points in my first impressions video, and for the most part, that video is still spot on. The game world is one of the best game worlds of all time. The graphics are incredible, along with the physics and particle effects. The sound of the game and the atmosphere of the world is very well done. The gameplay and actual gameplay mechanics, the shooter mechanics of the game are decent enough to hold your attention. The game is repetitive, but it's not repetitive in a necessarily bad way. It's a repetitive in a type of MMORPG type way where you're grinding for loot and trying to get the most drops by recompleting the exact same tasks over and over. And yes, I think the end game could use a little bit more meat, but hopefully incursions and some of the future updates and DLCs add a little bit of substance and what we're looking for in terms of fleshing out the end game experience. I think the main missions are very well put together, although the side missions do become monotonous. And my last point is that this game is definitely more enjoyed with a group of friends versus by yourself or with randoms. I've been saying this a few times, it's a great game with friends and a good game without them, so I highly recommend grabbing a few buddies and trying to go through the game together as a group and meeting up, on a schedule to try to get through it at a reasonable pace. While on the topic of teammates, I have a lot of cool people I've played with that I'll give a quick shout out to. Without them, I wouldn't have gotten through the game. Randall Thor 19, Loveboat Gopher, Pandora, The Beard, Mr. Black Magic, Southbound, Jeremy Downer, and Kramer. Thank you all guys for playing with me. Without you, the completion wouldn't be possible, and we had a great time. Now, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below how close you are to the 1000 GamerScore or Platinum Trophy, or if you've already gotten there. For those who don't have the game but might be interested in purchasing it, I have included purchase links for Amazon in the description below. I've also included the True Achievements game page as well as the XBA forum link. for you guys to check out for more information about the achievements if you're so interested. Thank you guys so much for watching. Shout out to Heron Giggles as well as Duck Cupcake 84. Check him out on Twitter. Feel free to leave a comment down below and share this video with your friends, and hopefully I see you next time. Peace.